Necroxix, and this is her story. I'm wearing a robe because it's fucking freezing in my room. So last time we played something called Telling Lies, an FMV game, and it was interesting enough that I had to go and check out the previous game. This was made about 4 years ago, in 2015, and actually won an award for story. And I guess a lot of people were not happy about that because The Witcher 3, I guess, was the contender for it. But sometimes things just don't work out the way you think. On the positive note, I went to Wendy's for breakfast. I got the $4 crispy chicken BLT meal for $4 that they have. And it's supposed to come with 4 chicken nuggets. I had 5 chicken nuggets. It is the highlight of my week. The time we will talk about again when Necroxix got an extra free chicken nugget for $4. Not bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this. So this is an FMV based game, and it's going to be similar to excuse me, my voice is dying. Telling Lies, and that it's going to have fragmented stuff and a desktop. Hey, it's got that royalty-free song that I sometimes hear in the various, like, creepy videos of YouTube. I can dig it. Alright, I'm authenticated. We can search, I guess. What is this? Antique. Oh. We'll keep the glare. I guess we're searching for murder. Alright, let's user tags blink. Oh, let me get this out of the way right now. So unlike the other game we had played, this one apparently has a exploit. So down the line, if we wish to exploit it, it involves searching the word blank as the search term, and it will pull like the first 5 that are blank. And I believe that tag goes away once you've watched it once, so you can actually view all the videos doing that. Play.
You think it's murder?
Yes.
I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. We've got our first bit of info. We're dealing with a murder. So all these videos are supposed to be clip-bits from a series of police interviews with this lady. And I guess our job is to... We got readme.txt, and then we've got really readme.txt. Rubbish bin. What are we, in Europe? Rubbish? Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow, preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. If it's anything like the other game, this kind of system is not that efficient. I'm just saying that now. I question that argument. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be more of a most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. Until somebody fucking installs ransomware on here, and then your shit is fucked. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. No Innsmouth for us. It has been automatically sorted using ASR technology. ASR. I don't know what that would be. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed. I know stenography, but like stenographed. Stenographed. That's it. Stenographed. So it's been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word into the search field, click search, blah 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 blah. It's an error with search. Use multiple words. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas. No, come on, just let me use regular expressions. Regex, which I'd have to Google up because I totally don't know regex. Yes, comma, I was there. To store a clip for later, you can add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own, blah, 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 please, David. Oh, we can add our own tags? For any further assistance, please contact your department's IT rep. Crap, I'm the IT. I'm your company's IT guy. Ooh, these policemen are fucked. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in '99, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. Are you telling me the system is not Y2K compliant? There should be a clock or something, right? They transferred the videos off the original, but no one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in '97. But I figured this would be enough. Take your time. I will. Alright, let's are these dated? Okay, wait, hold on. These clip names are clip D141A, and they're MPEGs. I also heard that the videos are actually in the game directory somewhere, and you can actually just one by one watch them if that's a desired feature. Clip D163. Good day, Mum.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my god, this game was made 4 years before before Telling Lies that we played. And even this Y2K compliant thing has a actual seek bar.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so
Yeah,
she's looking at a photo
that's
or
me.
printed. Admits it's her.
But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
That was in January of '94. This one is... Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, they got the Aussie rubbish... Or not Aussie, the European rubbish thing with the backwards date, day and month. So this is 7, not 1. This is 6. Look, D181.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Nope, she's clearly the murderer. Problem, case closed. Wrap it up, send it to the judge. She's obviously lying.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
No.
Please.
No.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
So you admit that you're telling us stories. How are you, Azimum? Why? '06. This is D151.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Blitz the house. fuck is that supposed to mean? I'm doing alright. Wasn't doing so alright yesterday, but besides being ice cold today, I'm okay. I'm working on this detective case. No big deal. 07. These clips are pretty damn short. It's probably good, actually.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay, so she's taking a lie detector test. I don't know what is exactly going on, but it looks like she might be being accused of someone being murdered. I'm guessing a husband or something.
I've never taken a lie detector test before.
That's a lie.
Does it really work?
The lie detector tests involve answering yes and no questions. You don't ask the questions here.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
I'd like to point out, lie detector tests don't actually work. There's some really good books written explaining the functionality behind it, and it's basically hocus pocus bullshit. It's a mind game at best. Although the government still uses it for employees, which is still fucked up, but it's otherwise not valid anywhere. Search term. What is your name? That's the... Okay, here we go.
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith. Oh.
Bullshit.
Shit. Sorry.
Okay, I'm still confused. Well, no, the thing about the lie detector is with any kind of information, you could still pass. Like, what it's actually measuring does not necessarily correlate to... Like, you're just as likely to fuck it up telling the truth as you would be the other way around. You'd have to, like, take a look and read up on some of it. Like, it's kind of like, they're like magicians, essentially, the guys that administer the polygraph. It's all smoke and mirrors and poppycock. So she took a lie detector test on 07. January, February, March. July. Okay, so 07 is July. So we've got interviews with her in 06, early 07, lie detector in 07 as well. Okay. Guess we'll piece this...
My name is Hannah. Hannah.
Bullshit.
It's a palindrome.
You're a palindrome.
It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from Merrick though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Wait. She lives at where? Where?
My name is Hannah.
I live on... Oh, crap. This video player is worse
My name
than
is Hannah.
Bevo. 31... Okay, so Gladstone Street. Hannah Smith.
I live at 30.
And it looks like we don't get to have a little notepad of our own, is there? Maybe I can... Can I, like, delete this and use it as a notepad? No, I didn't. No. Okay. I won't. We'll just store all our information in here, where I'll lose it almost as fast as I gain it.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
Did you abort
We
it?
were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
She might be OCD. And she was pregnant at some time, so boys keep that in mind. There was a Sarah and Ava, so additional names.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess.
Thank you.
We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Church bells are not romantic. What the fuck is that? She's lying. She's fucking lying to us. She's... Alright, so let's see who... I was thinking Ava, but actually Simon seems to be her significant other. And I noticed it looks like it also limits us to the first 5 entries of a search. So it's like the last game we had played. Wait, this is 06, 18. Lee.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass.
How exciting.
Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
So, is that her husband, maybe? We'll call him a glassmith. He smiths with glass.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome.
Rome.
It's the best one I have.
I would like to see that photo.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
I was gonna call. I'm gonna add a tag. Like I think that's how it works. Name drop. Because he just gave us a bunch of different names that may or may not be relevant to the case in the future. And I'll forget to use it anyway, so whatever.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one.
Amstrad.
No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
So he plays Donkey Kong, or what? What's an Amstrad? Is that a real thing? A word? Or I have no idea what that is. Oh, computer. Yeah, I can safely say I've never heard of an Amstrad computer. That or maybe I have and I just don't remember, but currently I do not. I remember a lot of other computers. And I think we have like wristwatches that are more powerful now. Yeah, 94. So like Lineage hasn't come out yet, Ultima Online hasn't come out yet. Nobody knew what Google was yet.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay, so right now, on 618, it sounds like a missing persons report. This is 627, so it's like a week and some later. Yeah, it sounds like he went missing and then probably later in was discovered dead.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
So yeah, the first interview, or at least one of the earlier interviews, it looks like he was simply missing. And then by this point, he's no longer missing, but let's just say not in the most lively state of existence. Yes, she is. She's fidgety. And she was also showing hints of obsessive-compulsive disorder. Is that how you spell Glasgow? Yeah, it is. So these are all from that interview now. But D142.
So I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Maybe she was just going north. She wanted to deliver some letters to Santa, but only made it as far as Glasgow.
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car.
Was your husband in the
I
trunk?
woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
We get the NSA to give us some wiretapped information of this call on the payphone. I would like to verify your story, but I don't think I have access. So I think the clips are sequential. Because like this one is 142-A. The next one that we happen to search up shows as 144-A. Oh, these are two different clips with the same file name. Well, I guess that's not going to help us much, is it?
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
She's claiming an alibi?
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
But no witnesses of you being in Glasgow. If you bought coffee and stuff, maybe you have receipts. 94, I don't think we did much with credit cards back then. Yet. It was like fast food places like McDonald's and stuff, like, usually didn't even accept credit cards. Everybody wanted cash, they wanted the money now. It was a different age. And yeah, I think, and I'm also thinking in terms of being nervous. If you're being interviewed inside a police station, gonna be nervous no matter what. Like when I was in front of a judge thing, if you've ever stepped into a courtroom, like it's just an empty one. It is so intimidating, like the atmosphere. EFT pose? Not familiar.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine.
Wait, so she was in a hospital in Glasgow?
The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Well, a scratch on the car's not going to date it. How do we get info from this hospital? Ah. Like the... Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. It was one of the Home Alone movies. It wasn't the first one. Where, with Macaulay Culkin. And there was like the toy store, and he had like his parents' credit card or something. And he had like that old type machine thing. Oh, yeah. I wonder if he's still alive.
Ask the hospital.
I don't think these interviews are going to allow us to pull information from the hospital. We only have access to the database of these interviews. Tags blank, yeah. So every tag is just blank.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
Have we spoken with the hospital? I want to check. An accident. This is from when? 07. Like, I'm trying to think, like, how to sequence this in my head with the dates. Yeah, because it was in, like, 06, the first set of interviews. It was a missing persons type, like, situation. But then a little over a week later, the 618, she's now a suspect. And then 07, I'm assuming she's still a suspect. That was the day of the polygraph.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay. So yeah, like I noticed that like when I push people on stairs, they seem to also have a habit of slipping and falling and having an accident. Makes sense. Hey, we've got some diary-based. No, I'm gonna start with this one.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl.
What, are you a man now?
Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
When I was a girl, I kept a diary as well. And by diary, not so much a diary as much as it is like a hit list.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time.
That's not how it works.
The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Twins. What would you think twins? Because he looks different? Because these are interviews from like different weeks. I don't know. I mean, alright, I'll listen to it again.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Okay, there was a midwife.
When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife
Hannah?
was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
Didn't she say her name was Hannah?
The midwife
Hannah Smith?
told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
And based on the lie detector, her name is not Hannah. Yeah, something not adding up there. I am in full agreement.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess.
Could be stolen identity as well.
When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing.
Bullets, hot dogs, normal
Her
stuff.
story isn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow.
But the pity
Another
points.
day.
You get so many pity points.
I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Everyone feels so sorry for you, they give you free stuff. I haven't tried the session thing. Which one was the... Was it this one? Hold on.
Was a midwife called
Yeah, it's
Florence.
that one. I mean, I don't know how the session thing works yet, but... It... Oh, we got a history thing, too. I don't know how to access the session. Oh, I guess it didn't register my click the first time. This is also on the same day.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things.
Oh,
And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. I mean, it was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. And we would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
So, she may have actually had like a sister or a twin or something, and they would swap roles with each other from the looks of it? Alright, now I'm actually curious about this. Does she have a twin? Let's start on this side. Play.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Took off my robe and now I'm starting to feel chilly again. Damn it!
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories.
What about the king and queen?
We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Yep, definitely twins at the very least. Interesting. Twins that seem to have a system of kind of swapping roles with each other.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
So it's like, let's see, these videos was on day 3 of 07. And just the day before, she's like, completely different story. Why do you not want the police to know that you have twins? Or that you are twins.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
She denied it twice in 2 different parts of the interview. I'm curious, twin versus twins. Okay, that doesn't change the... Oh no. Who the fuck brings a grandpa's guitar to a police interview? Like, how would that even get through the metal detector?
You want me to play something?
Oh, do you want her to play it?
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad?
No.
Should be right up your street.
Do some death metal. Play some Cannibal Corpse.
There were 2 sisters came walking by the sea.
Singing ooh ah dee bee dum dee bee doo.
The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind down.
I have reason to believe these lyrics are relevant.
So they both had a love for the captain's son, oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one, oh, the dreadful wind.
Is she just like singing her confession?
She floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain. Floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
You gotta work on your death metal growl. That was very, effeminate. Aw, crap, why is it still yellow? Is it because I paused the video at some... Damn it. We'll know. It's the thumbnail with Grandpa's guitar we've seen. So, I'm getting the feeling that, at least based on some of those lyrics, there's a hint of, let's call them twins for the moment, that there is two people that look near identical, if not identical, that like to swap roles with each other, and they fell for someone, so we have motivation. And one of them may have been drowned.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant.
Oof.
She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
Yeah, this is gonna get complicated.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
What year did that Sisters sitcom come out? Because maybe they were just watching that and then they kind of got like, hey, I like that word. Let's just call each other sisters. Sister. I never realized how much I missed
My
her.
sister is gone,
Did you drown her?
and she's never coming back.
I can resurrect her. It's called the T-virus. She'll come back even stronger. And much more contagious. Like an STD. Hey, we've got stuff. Alright, so this is 6:25.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
They decided. Shotgun wedding?
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
So how do you know you're not going to get sick again? Something not smelling right here.
No. Well, yes.
No, I mean yes. I mean no.
You found out on my
But yes.
birthday.
Also no.
I told him I was pregnant.
Okay. I accidentally muted myself earlier, but my thought process was you gotta introduce this type of news in a good news, bad news format. Person's gonna be like, well, give me the bad news first. I'll be like, I'm pregnant. Naturally, he's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, what's the good news then? I've already aborted it. If you only do one news and not the other, bad things. You have to have good news too. Bit of an extreme example, perhaps, but way better than making some stupid Geico pun. The good news, it's not me, it's my sister. Hey, that was more politically correct. I like it. I like it.
It's Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince.
Oof.
And Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending.
No, she's still pregnant. That's not a happy ending. That's not a happy ending. And she's got short hair. Like, the one redeeming trait of Rapunzel is that she had really badass, long-ass fucking hair. Which is awesome. Damn it, why is this got an icon still? That's fucked up.
It's Rapunzel.
God damn it, that's gonna drive me nuts. Hair. This is 0630. Why does she have two cups?
What kind of hairs?
Pubic hairs, obviously. This is how policemen work. You're gonna have to trust me on it.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic.
Dolls don't have
There's
hair.
a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
No, those are synthetic fiber strands or something else. It's not human hair. This is 5 days sooner.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Evidence, huh? I'll do that one next. How's that? I'll type it out even. That'll help compensate for my poor memory skills. Short-term memory.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Sounds like you're making up your own stories here in the interviews, too. Just saying. Then this is the next one.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse.
Hannah.
She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
What is this, the Holocaust where you're hiding people in attics? What? Now I've got a few questions I wanted to ask.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. and they wouldn't have had the money to buy it, was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in
I'm not a moth.
We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Yeah, those moths are elusive fuckers. A couple weeks ago when I was streaming, I spent like at least 30 minutes like battling with one in my room. In the end, it won because I just gave up. I'm really curious, like there's lots of mention of the dollhouse, not much about doll.